Hey dudes, I'm back with another holiday gift for you, a video. Sorry I didn't wrap it. That would be impossible. If you missed part 1 of Super Nintendo games I'd be disappointed to get on Christmas morning in the 90s, long title, make sure you go check it out. But just, not right now. Because you're here, right now. The place the universe wants you to be. Some would call it fate. Perhaps a dark fate. But there is no salvation here, my friends. No. All you will find is a Super Nintendo review, not a Genesis. And while the signs may be obvious that we are inching towards a rise of the machines, and at any moment humanity could be facing Judgment Day, who else could give us a sliver of hope to fight back against a sentient being whose goal is to exterminate the human race than one of their own, a Terminator. You know what baffles me? Rated R movies, usually filled with graphic violence, repackaged and repurposed for children in the form of cartoons, toys, and video games. Now, as a child, I most certainly did not sneak into the living room while my uncle was watching the first Terminator movie and get a glimpse at Linda Hamilton's honkers. No. Sex and nudity was not something I was allowed to see when I was young. But I totally did. My first real watch of a Terminator movie was with Terminator 2, which was a much better introduction to the franchise. It kind of scarred me. Terminator 2 is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'll admit, I would have been so stoked to get this game for SNES. I mean, I already had it for the Nintendo, and while I wasn't good at it, and it kind of sucked, this was the Super Nintendo version. It just had to be better. Look at those 16-bit graphics. Plus, you're a nearly indestructible Terminator, so you know it's gonna be good. No, it's not. Objectively, as a video game, Terminator 2 is better than Home Improvement and closer to the source material. However, Terminator 2 still struggles to understand why kids play video games. Because they're supposed to be fun, right? This isn't fun. Cryptic-ass objectives like finding John Connor's address from the phone book in this particular phone booth, that is a scene from a Terminator movie, but not the one this game is based on. It's the one with the boobs. Plus, John Connor's name isn't going to be listed in the phone book. He lives with his adopted parents. How does the Terminator even know who to look for? I'll answer that question before somebody else does in the comments. When John reprogrammed the Terminator in the future, he sent him back in time with the names of his adopted parents and the address on which he lived. And that's why Todd said,
"There was a guy here this morning looking for him too."
Yeah, big guy on a bike. Does that got something to do with this?
It's the only explanation I have. If you're going to make a game that doesn't have any platforming elements, then just don't give the character a button dedicated to jumping. Especially when your jump animation ends up looking like this. What is that? I would pay good money to see a Terminator jump. And I know he wouldn't jump like that. Right? The driving levels in this game. Look, I admit sometimes I'm dumb. A lot. And I've accepted it. And while wonky controls can be overcome after enough practice, I just cannot for the life of me feel confident anytime I have to drive in this game, no matter how many times I try. Why make this mechanic so difficult? It's just bad. I can't read the text on the screen. The Terminator punches like I do in my dreams and real life. I have no idea where to go half the time. I keep forgetting I need to collect future objects in order to progress. The soundtrack will most definitely be playing on loop in hell. And Arnie never even says his iconic catchphrase.
I'll be back.
Not that one.
Chill out, dickwad.
That one. As an adult, which I still find incredibly hard to believe I am, this game isn't really difficult. It's wonky, for sure. But if I got this game as a kid, I can tell you I would be so disappointed. Mainly because it's just stiff and awkward and not very exciting. Plus, all the other Terminator games were going to be compared to the superior arcade shooter that I was obsessed with at the time. And that's going to do it for this episode of Super Nintendo games I would be disappointed getting on Christmas morning in the 90s. If you haven't already subscribed, please do that now because that is your gift to me, and that's all I want for Christmas. Well, That in a queasy baked oven. Later.